Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about how you build your credit. So this video is made for everyone looking to build their credit from scratch, mostly the immigrant to USA. When you come to USA as an immigrant and you need to start building your credit because you really need good credit. Even if you have money, you still need to have good and excellent credit. A lot of things depend on your credit, not only about your money or your saving or how much your income or good credit is something everyone has to have. Please watch this video to the end and I will be starting in a minute. First of all, you need to know what's your goal from building your credit. Why you want to build your credit? What's your goal? You need to know this. You don't have to have a goal from your building your credit. Your goal could be just to have good credit. Or you probably tell me, I want to build my credit because I am thinking of getting a mortgage or buying a house, finance a house. So, you have your goal. There's different way to build your credit toward this goal. Your goal is to buy a car. You're not happy with your car. You cannot afford the car now. And you look to finance a car with low APR, low interest rate. It's also, there's different way. Or probably just to build more credit line, to have good credit card. Or probably just to have a healthy credit to use when you need. Like you probably after 2 years something hit you and you lose your income or decrease in your income and you need to have a loan out like to help you a little bit with expenses and things like that. Or probably you just fine working, making money, you have an emergency happen, like you need to go somewhere, travel somewhere for emergency, you need to fix your car, you don't have enough money on fund. Good credit will help you to do this. What's a credit score? Credit score is a number, 3 digits. It's between 350 to 850. 350, which is no credit or very bad and poor credit. But normally, if you have very bad and poor credit, will be between 350 to 400. But if you have no credit, zero credit, your score might show as a 350 or might show no credit file was detected or no credit file was found, which is normal. If you just have no credit, never used a credit card, never had a loan, student loan or anything, most likely, even if you never been like authorized user on anyone credit card or co-signed anyone, most likely your credit file would be empty and they won't not gonna find any credit card, any credit file. Like if you go to apply for a credit card, might get declined and send you a letter that why they decline you. It will show no credit file was found, or poor credit history. So it's very important to start building this credit. What you need to start building is a revolving credit, which is a credit card, installment credit, which is personal loans or or auto loans. There's another kind of credit, it's investment credit, which is mortgages. But it's something you need to have at least good credit to be able to get later. So you need to start building revolving credit first, installment credit, then you'll be able to establish the third one, which is investment credit. What's revolving credit? We'll talk a little bit about revolving credit. It's a credit line that you use, you pay, then you can reuse again. Make sense? It's not like the credit line that you use and they close it. No, you can reuse it again. As long as you're paying on time, they will keep it open. Use it. If you don't pay it, you cannot reuse it. The best example of revolving line is either line of credit or credit card. For someone who's building credit, has no credit, the best thing is a credit card. How you can get a credit card if you don't have even a credit file? I just said you might get, or most likely they will decline your credit application. Yes, you still can get credit line even if you have no credit, which is secure the credit card. You can go to your bank, ask about options for secured credit. When you give them money, they still pull your credit. They verify that you don't have any collection or you have no credit, and they might offer you secured credit, which is you put small amount of money, $200, $300, depend on every bank, they ask for, but mostly between $200 to $300 credit line. You put money, you give them money, $300, they open a credit line for you, and they put the $300 as deposit, so you lend yourself money, and what they do for you, they start reporting this credit line to the credit bureaus as a credit card, monthly payment, and how you use it and things like that. So this is secured credit line. Another option you have, which is very rare banks, they offer credit line for people who has no credit, and the best example is Capital One. All you need to do, go to capitalone.com, and under the section of credit card, you see a link, check for pre-qualified offer. You click on it, you put your info, your first, last name, your date of birth. They will ask for your address, and it's very important to put your your information correctly. Spell your first name, your last name, your date of birth, your address, apartment number if you live in an apartment. They will ask for your social security number. Put your social security number. They might ask for your income. Put your income, and they will ask for permission to pull your credit. It's going to be a soft inquiry, so it's not going to show in your credit file. And you hit submit. The system within a second will come back with either an offer for you or no offer. If there is no offer, they will say based on recommendation, based on your credit file, we recommend this credit or this credit. But if they pre-qualify you, they will say congratulations, you are pre-qualified for this offers. For people who has no credit, they either will come back with a pre-qualified for a secured credit card from Capital One, which is you have to put $200 to open this credit line, or they might approve you for the platinum card with them, which is unsecured. It means you're not gonna put any money, they will lend you the money. And most likely the minimum credit line they will offer you is $300. And I believe for people who has no credit, this is the best offer you will ever get for credit line is from Capital One, the platinum card. If you get this pre-qualification for this account, accept it. So when you hit accept, they ask you for more information. You have to put like another time your social security number, your income, and give them permission to pull your credit. So they will pull from 3 credit bureaus: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Capital One is known by pull from the 3 credit bureaus for any inquiries. And there is always a chance to decline your application even if they pre-qualify you, but it's unlikely. When they approve you for the Capital One platinum card or the secured card, you know, they will mail it to you, and when you receive it, you activate your card and you start using it. So this is step 1 to get revolving credit card. Either go to your bank, go to your credit union, or try this with Capital One. So either establish secured credit line or try this trick with Capital One. See if you have any pre-qualification offer for unsecured credit line, and if you are approved, you're good to go. Just wait for your credit card and start using it. And I'm gonna explain later how you use your credit card in a good way without harming your credit file. Now I'm going to talk about installment credit. We talked about in the revolving credit. Now I'm going to talk about installment credit. What's installment credit? Installment credit, it's different than revolving credit, way different. Installment credit, when a bank give you money and ask you to pay it back in payment, and when you finish paying, they will close this loan or this account and report it as paid off. So you cannot reuse it. If you need to reuse this money, you have to reapply again, and they might not approve you, because most of them, they require you to make all payments or most of the payment to extend another credit for you. So the best way to do it to get a personal loan or an auto loan. An auto loan, it's unlikely will be approved if you have no credit, and might be approved, but the APR will be very high. They will consider you as first-time buyer. The interest rate will be 24%, and it's something you really doesn't want to do. It's something really you don't want to do unless you're desperate for a car and you need a car and there is no way to get a car other than this way. You're desperate, you gotta do what you gotta do. But most of them, they will ask you also for down payment. So as long as you can avoid this option, please avoid it. So how can you get an installment loan without having credit? I just said, if you don't have credit, no one will give you nothing. And I told you how you can get revolving credit, but how can you get installment credit or personal loan reported to your credit file without with like no credit. Very simple and very easy way to get this. There is a lender, self lender. You go to selflender.com. This is a website. They work with big banks. When you put money and they report this money when they lend you money, sorry, but they don't give you the money like directly to you. They put this money in an account and you start making monthly payment until you make this amount of money they put. Like they will give you $500, okay, they put it in secured line and they report to the credit bureaus that they give you $500 loan, but they actually didn't give it to you. They put it like separate, they hold on it, and you're required to make $25-$30 payment a month, like for 2 years probably, until you make up to $500. Then when you make up to $500 with some interest, probably you will make $520. There's probably $20 interest. When you make all this payment for 2 years, what they will do, they will give you this money. So actually you're not losing anything. You are saving money. By putting this money in an account, it's already been reported to your credit file as monthly payment, as long as you pay every month, and will help you to build your installment credit. And trust me, after 6 months of doing this, your credit score will jump so good. And if you need an auto loan, you have most likely will be approved for an auto loan with best APR than the one with like first time buyer. It's not gonna be the best, might be like 16%, 18%, but it's better than 24%. If you're very desperate, I will go ahead and accept this auto loan after 6 months. Otherwise, I will wait. I will build my credit file way more. Let's talk now about how you use your revolving credit card or your credit card. So let's say you get a secured credit card or unsecured credit card, whatever you get. Let's see, like bank gave you credit card with $300 credit limit, and you get your credit card, and you probably don't need to use it. Probably you still have money, and I don't want to use this credit card. It's not wise idea not to use it, because the bank probably after a while, if you're not using your credit card, will close it because it's not active, or he might report it to the credit bureau as inactive. And this is actually not something like you want to do, because the purpose of getting this credit card was building your credit. So you need to start building your credit. But using the credit card, there's a limit you need to use. Yes, you can use $300. You can go shopping, use this credit card, max it out, and go back home and have to pay it. You have to pay it off, or at least pay 70% of this balance. Do not wait until the statement came and pay the minimum payment. This is gonna build your credit, yeah, because making a time payment, but making just minimum payment and keeping the credit utilization high, it's gonna harm your credit, because the creditors will look at you as risk, because you are using most of your available credit line, so you're desperate for money. It's something you really don't want to do. So let's say you get this credit card, use it for gas. Instead of using your debit card, use it for gas, go back home, pay it off. Again, use it for gas, use it for coffee, use it for some grocery, go back home and pay it off. This way we'll be reporting to your credit file every month with low utilization and on-time payment, and this is gonna help to grow your credit. Within 3 months of making good payment history, you are going to start receiving in your mail a pre-qualification for another credit card. Most of these credit cards are very bad companies. They have very high APR, they have high annual fees, like, you know, some of them you have to pay $100 a year, just annual fees, and 36% APR. You really don't want to do it. Make sure you read everything about this credit card before you apply for it. I'm telling you, you are going to receive a lot of mail every time, every day mostly, about credit card. First Premier Bank, Matrix card, I don't know, a lot of companies, they offer credit card for people who has poor credit or building their credit, but they use them. They take advantage of them. They offer them this credit card with a lot of fees you really don't need. You don't need it, you know, you need to build your credit, yeah, but you don't need to get ripped off, you know. So be careful on what credit cards you applied for, and having one revolving credit and one installment loan in your credit file, it's not enough, but it's enough for you to use for 6-9 months, so you can get better credit card. You don't need to agree on every offer you get, you know. Let's say you get this revolving credit card and you're using it for a couple of months. I would say for 1 year, you used for like 12 months, 1 year, paying at time, everything is good to go. The bank that offer you this credit card, and I'm gonna talk specifically about Capital One, I'm sure he will increase your credit line. From $300 might jump to 3,000, might jump to $6,000. This is gonna be helping you so much. Why? Because you have higher credit line in your credit file, you're using and you're paying off. Make sure you can pay what you use. Don't go max it out and you cannot pay it off, or pay at least 70% of the balance. You are going to hurt your credit score in this way. So you need to know your limit, really. But when you use your credit card for 12 months at least, paying at time, keeping utilization low in your credit file, always also you're gonna start receiving another pre-qualification offer in your mail, but with better banks like the Discover, American Express. Capital One will offer you another credit card. They have credit card for good credit and with higher limit. So do not approve a credit card with high APR or with high annual fees. Please read about this card and remember, you're not desperate for a credit card. Your purpose of doing this only building your credit card. And you need to remember, the first credit card you get, this is the one you need to keep. Okay, if you get this credit card today and used for 12 months, and after 12 months you get like American Express, they give you credit card with higher credit line, and they say, oh, I'm gonna use American Express now, I like it more, probably the APR is lower, it has more rewards, it has more points. That's fine, you can use it, and you can stop using Capital One card or whatever first card, you know, or just use it for a little bit so they keep it open, you know. You don't want to close it. If you close it, it will report as closed and it will delete all this credit age. Your credit age will get less, because this is your first credit card. It's helping you to build like a longer life credit file, you know. If you close it, you are going to burn everything you did, really, and you're almost about to start from scratch again. So you always need to keep your first credit card open, maintain it in good way. If you don't want to use it, it's all right. Just use a little bit out of this credit line and pay it off. Just show the bank that you're still using it, because at the end they will close it if you don't use it. First credit card, it's your first kid. I know we love our kids the same, but you gotta love this credit card more than any other one. Now let's talk about the installment credit. Okay, let's say you get approved for personal loan with self-lender, or with your bank might also tell you, give me $500, put it in saving account, make payment toward it, and I will report it to your credit file. One thing you really do want to do when you get this, first thing you don't need to do is be late on payment. You have to make payment at time. Every payment is late for more than 30 days is going to be reported to your credit file as late or delinquent, and this is gonna hurt your credit score badly for at least 2 years, even 30 days. 130 days late payment is gonna hurt you. And remember again and again, the purpose of this building your credit, not harm your credit. If it's something you cannot do, don't do it. Wait until you're able to do it. If you think you cannot make payment, you don't need to start building your credit. You need to have good income supporting this. So this is one thing you need to avoid, is being late on payment. Second thing is paying off early. This is something you don't want to pay off early. I know you get $500 personal loan or deposit, and paying $25 a month might seem boring for you. Oh, I'm gonna pay it off. It's not gonna help you at all. It's not gonna help you at all, because the purpose of this showing long payment history. If you pay it off within 3 months, if you pay like 25, then pay off, it's gonna show only payment history for 3 months, and this line is closed. The purpose is showing longer payment history. What I recommend is pay just minimum payment when you have a loan. When you have a personal loan, just pay minimum payment, because you're building your credit. You really need a long payment history, at least 12 months of payment history. After 12 months of payment history of revolving credit and installment credit, if you really needed a loan You go to your credit union or bank and ask for $5,000 loan, you know? They will pull your credit and they will look and see, oh yeah, this guy has good income. He's paying his credit card for like a year now, keeping utilization low. He got another personal loan there and he's paying monthly payment at time. They will trust you more. They might lend you. If not 5,000, they might give you 3,000, like with encounter offer based on your income, you know? So do not pay off your personal loan that you obtained in purpose of building credit. I would pay off my personal loan if my personal loan was obtained for emergency, and then I got money and I can pay it off because this loan has high APR, or I don't want to have loan on my credit file. I understand, but if I obtained this loan to build my credit and the monthly payment is very small and I can afford it, why not? Why not, really? It's gonna help you so much if you follow this. And after 1 year of having good credit, which is having this revolving credit paid at time and the installment loan paid at time, after 1 year, if you need to finance a car, I assure you, you are going to get a good auto loan with low APR. And if you have a Capital One credit card, Capital One might consider you for an auto loan. They might give you a good auto loan. They finance your car with low APR. And again, I'm not getting paid from Capital One to make this video, but personally, Capital One helped me so much, and I will use it for any finance. And it's very easy to deal with them. And their online system, they give you opportunity to check for offers with no impact on your credit. For credit card or for even auto loan, you can also go to their auto loan section, see if you're pre-qualified for finance or refinance. So I consider them for like most of my finance, and they were always helpful, and I always pay them at time, and they're good to me and I'm good to them. So this was a basic info about how to build your credit. I know it's very simple. It's actually not complicated to build your credit. It's something easy. You just need to know how to do it and how to start. And to start is not enough. You need to know how to maintain building good credit. And when you achieve and you have good credit, you need to know how to maintain having good credit. Credit file is very sensitive. Anything can really harm it easily. You can build a credit perfectly for a couple of years and just do one mistake, which is being late on one payment or two payments, and guess what? You will have poor credit. And rebuilding your credit, it's something hard to do. It's not impossible. I'm going to make another video later about how to rebuild your credit, but it's something you really need to avoid. It's not as easy as building credit, because rebuilding credit, it means removing negative item and building a credit again. So removing bad items will get you to zero. Then you have to establish building new credit again. So it's a lot of work to do, but it's not impossible anyway. I'm going to make another video later to talk about it. So you can follow these 2 steps I talked about. Capital One, look for a revolving credit offer, or you can go to your bank and ask about their secured credit card offers. Or also you can put on Google secured credit card, and there's Progressive, there is too many companies can offer like secured credit line. And about the installment loan, Self-Lender is the best. Self-Lender is one of the best companies, really can help you to build your credit file and offer you a secured installment loan. I'm not using it, I never use it, but if I knew about it when I came to this country, I would probably use it, but I didn't know about it until like last year. But it's something very good you should probably consider if you are looking to build your credit. So please be wise about using credit card and build good credit. It's good for you and make you feel safe and secure financially. Thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate it, and wait for part 3. Have a good day.